I love interesting and weird ass shit. Hey, today we're going to talk about 10 trends that you're going to want to pay attention to for the year 2024. And if you believe life is designed just as much as I do, then let's get ours. The number one trend, brown accents. Yes, brown accents are going to be all the latest rage in the year 2024. And the reason being is because we are looking for comfort and a feeling of relaxation in our interiors. Gone are the days of very, very bright, sterile white kitchens and sterile white places. It's just over. So if you're like me and you love minimalistic and modern white things, then you might want to infuse a little bit of warmth into your palette by using natural wood or a deep brown paint or wallpaper or something like that to warm up your spaces. I still have very, very crisp white walls, but I've leaned into the granite that has been in my home for the last 7 years that I so desperately hated and wanted to get rid of. And now I love it. A more moody palette with warmer tones and more subdued edginess, I would say, is definitely in. So if you are into brown and you like moodiness, then you want to infuse some of that into your spaces for the year 2024 because it's here to stay. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with this first trend. I don't have all these trends memorized, so let me go ahead and pull up my laptop so that I can get my list. Number 2 is boucle. At first, I really didn't think that I was gonna get into it because I like velvet and I just felt like it was more texture than I kind of wanted. But I love boucle. I got 2 pillows. They were $30 each and they're kind of like a rust kind of brown color. They are super soft, they're super cozy. It adds the right amount of texture for my very minimalistic home. I love bright white and airy homes, and that's not gonna change just because brown is in for 2024. I don't care. But fusing things like a brown boucle pillow onto your sofa or to your bed or into like an accent chair is a good fit. If you want to keep that minimalistic and sleek atmosphere in your space but add a little bit of texture and warmth. Cream boucle is definitely out, but warm and cozy types of boucle are in. Number 3, curved and straight lines. Infusing some curves along with your straight lines is going to help to soften the space, and it's going to help to just make it feel more welcoming to your guests or to yourself if you live alone. If you have a lot of straight lines, think about infusing, like say if you have a rectangle or a square coffee table, switch it out for a round coffee table. Or if you want to switch your light fixtures out for more curved light fixtures. Play around with different textures and patterns and also different shapes so that you give it a little bit of versatility. Everything shouldn't be all one way or another. It should be mixed and matched to add variety and to make your space look well lived in. I love this trend. I think that it is one of my favorites and it's definitely here to stay for a while if you haven't been incorporating that into your lifestyle already. Let's go to number 4 out of 10, artisanal vibes, hands-on elegance, basically. I love, interesting and weird ass shit. I love it. I love art that is unusual and that is something that you wouldn't naturally find in someone's home. What I do hate is signs that say live, laugh, love, eat, kitchen. We've talked about this on similar videos before. When you're stating the obvious, and sometimes it can be a little whimsical, but for the most part, just stay away from it. Get something that's really cool and unusual that reflects where you've been or possibly where you're from. And I think that's going to be a much more interesting way to start a conversation when people come to your home. I went to the Sequoia Forest about 4 years ago with my friend Susanna. Hey Susanna, if you're watching, hey girl. There were a couple of little branches and things like that are just around the place I wanted to bring back a souvenir. So I brought back a branch, and I also went to Palm Springs with my husband and collected a couple of, branches from there as well. And I kind of created a little art piece to hang on my walls. That is much more interesting than going, and getting something made from the store off the shelf. If you are artistic and you're creative and you want to reflect in your interiors the travel that you've been on, and just remember times where you had a great time with a loved one or whatever, then I recommend going and doing that as opposed to getting something from Target or from Home Goods or wherever. Using art that you made yourself or that you've had custom made is going to be a cool reflection of who you are, and it's just going to help you express yourself and stay away from pieces that are everywhere in all the big box stores. You know, I love Home Goods and I love Target. Number 5. Lighting. I love lighting. I love lighting. Although these things aren't high tech, I do have these 2 lamps, this one and this one, on a Alexa smart plug system, and it keeps me from having to go behind this console and turn on lights every time I come to my office. I love being able to walk in and say, Alexa, turn on the light. There's nothing like automation when it comes to technology and lighting. If you're looking to upgrade your spaces for the new year, 2024, definitely think about high-tech lighting, because it's going to make your life easier and it's going to save you money as well. There's that. We're on number 6 now, quiet luxury. Now, what does quiet luxury mean? For me, it means having a space that reflects how you truly want to live and that is conducive to your lifestyle. Piggybacking off of the technology and the lighting, that to me is a form of quiet luxury. Being able to walk in and be hands-free with whether it be your smartphone or your Alexa or whatever it is, just being able to not be so caught up in over exaggerations of luxury. Like all of these different things that scream, I'm luxurious because I have this label on something, versus it just being a well-made chair or a beautiful sofa that is very sturdy and also comfortable to sit in. That to me is evidence of quiet luxury. Things that work well and that fit in your space. When you're thinking about having quiet luxury experience in your space, think about how you use that space and try to make sure that you use the space to the best of your ability. If it doesn't work for you and your lifestyle, then don't do it. Your home is supposed to be your sanctuary. I know for a fact that when your home works for you, you'll feel more proud of yourself and your accomplishments. Everyone works really hard for their money. Right now, inflation is crazy. Things cost an arm and a leg, cats and dogs and chickens and bears and everything else. And so having a space that not only suits you perfectly, but makes you feel comfortable enough to have people over without being self-conscious is the most wonderful quiet luxury of all. That's what quiet luxury is to me. So let me know down in the comments if you agree with that. Number 7, marble and stone. Wanna rock your body, please say. Ooh, I've been hoarse for 2 weeks. The effects are still lingering, so excuse me. I can sing a little bit better than that. Anyway, marble. I love marble. For those of you who don't know, hi, I'm Angelle, and I'm a marble addict. I'm proud of it, and guess what? I'm never going to stop loving marble as much as I do, because it is a stone that is timeless. However, you can't have too much marble. There is such a thing as overdoing it. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, and that goes with a lot of things. Clothing, hair, and marble. Calcutta Viola is actually my favorite type of marble right now, and it's got really strong hints of deep purple veins, and I just love that. The movement and the veining is artistic, and you really don't need to do much if you have a large slab of Calcutta Viola or any type of marble. The marble can be the backdrop, and you can accent it in subtle ways, but for the most part, competing against it is unnecessary. So the more you have, the less you need to do. Depending on your circumstances and your budget, you can't go wrong with marble. So it's always a great investment. It's timeless, it's beautiful, and 2024 is going to be the year of seeing lots of marble in our spaces. So we're on 8 now. Muted colors. Bright colors are great for spaces like Six Flags, Knott's Berry Farm, Universal Studios, or if you are in a club. Your home, neon colors, bright colors are just not very soothing. Very subtle colors give you more relaxing and calming feeling, and it just adds to the sophistication of your home. If you don't have a lot of glaring colors in your space, then it won't look tacky. I actually hate that word. I really do hate that word, but we're going to use it for this purpose because it just fits. Sorry. I would like more muted colors throughout my space, and then I'll have the brightness in the artwork and my books. That's enough for me. Artwork, I can change that out very easily. I am very guilty of buying something from the store and I repaint it myself, and I can change it anytime I want to. And so if you keep your wild and crazy colors in your artwork and in your books, you don't have to worry about breaking the bank when you're going to change your mind, because trust me, you're going to change your mind. I have enough personality and I have enough going on the inside where I don't need all of that external chaos. It's in here, it's inside, okay? It's inside. So if you are like me, stick to more muted tones, trust me. Number 9. Metallics are in, really the use of silver. I am not going to say I really agree with this trend. I can see slight silver accents being a good fit, but for the most part, I prefer a warm brass, antique brass, or a gold as opposed to a shiny silver or chrome. It just depends. If you like dark blue and you're going for that nautical look, then I could see using a shiny chrome or a silver in your space and a lot more of it. Yeah, you guys let me know whether or not you like the shiny silver accents, but I don't want to partake in that trend, so. Number 10, modern maximalism. I don't agree. I agree with maximalism in the form of adventures. In plants, I like plants, lots of plants. Love seclusion and privacy, and I love greenery. I love lushness and foresty types of environments. So the more plants, the better. But in terms of things in your home, it just gets overwhelming really quickly. It really does. And there's a fine line between maximalism and being a hoarder. And so if you don't know that line, you'll have a lot of different things in your space and it will make you look like a hoarder. You won't even realize it. Definitely add things to your space and take a step back. First of all, have a focal point in each room. Each room needs to have a focal point, and there needs to be a theme in your room for cohesiveness throughout the space that kind of ties everything together. So if you set a color palette of 3 colors, you're going to have your first color, your second color, and your third color, which would be your accent. Then you're going to want to have a variation of those colors in each of your spaces, but maybe you'll have more of one color than another color, depending on what it is that you are decorating. If you just have color, pattern, and texture and craziness going on throughout the home, it's going to be tacky. There we go. There's that word again. See how quickly that can happen? And you don't want that. Please be really aware of what it is that you are aiming for before you get started, and always use your larger pieces first, and then take a step back and then fill it in gradually, and make sure that you're using groups of 3s in order to keep your space interesting. Less is always more. It just is. The more of a statement that you make with having less stuff, to me, it feels like it just takes more of an effort to do that. That is the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you're looking for an interior design consultation, then don't forget to hit me up on angelleburrus.com. I would love to help you out for a 1.5 to 2 hour consultation. And if you are here in the Temecula area, San Diego, Riverside area, Southern California, I would love to help you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Happy New Year. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye. Thanks for watching.